So, hallo und willkommen zurück, meine Freunde. Heute immer noch keine Cam, weil ich tatsächlich auch zu faul war, muss ich ehrlich zugeben, aber demnächst. Okay, wo waren wir? The narrator. You make your way up. Bla bla bla. Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Das können wir skippen, meine Freunde. Proceed into the cabin. Cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
alles
bare.
wieder wie am Anfang. Skip. Wir gehen ohne. Diesmal gehen wir
The
ohne.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Hey, das ist neu.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Ich denke nicht. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Ja.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh, probably not.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Nein.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Lass mich in
No,
Ruhe.
you're doing the right thing.
Moment. Die sprechen alle mit mir? Was ist das? Fuck.
You walk up to the chains
shit.
binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nein.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Ja, we know that. Oh, oops. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
But how?
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
No.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Ja,
Is someone else here?
And return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Ja.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, wir können nur die Prinzessin saven.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Nein, wir werden sie nicht
töten. Wait, watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Wir saven sie jetzt immer.
Something's come up.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before
Das
the
sind
blade
auch
has a
andere
chance to connect.
Bilder, oder? Das ist zu lange her.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me.
Nein. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Ja.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh, sie macht es diesmal anders.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Ah.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Ja.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Oh.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark.
You
You die.
Das ist okay.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cab. You're here to
Slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Ja, I know. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Okay, die Antworten. Wait, hasn't that, oder habe ich das gesagt? Ja, ich habe das gesagt. Er hat dann gesagt, what tricks? But I died. What am I doing here? Wait. But I died.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that
a second
ago. If he doesn't remember
ago.
what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Beloved?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love. The four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Oh mein Gott, also, das ist mir vorhin gar nicht so klar geworden, aber tatsächlich redet er von 4 Leuten. Das heißt von sich, von der Hero-Stimme, von der Prinzessin und von mir, weil der Narrator, der wird ja nicht mitgezählt.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Uh-huh. Well?
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are 2 very different questions, but let's say for a
das hat er
moment
schon mal
that this
gesagt.
really is the second time. You died last time, which
only
probably only happened
because you didn't listen
you
to
were
me.
the one who did us in, villain.
Villain?
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No,
Yeah.
I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Nein.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill
Ja,
her.
die Konsequenzen
Yes,
haben
but
wir
in this
gleich.
if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived
Yeah.
happily? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Wer ist er denn?
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Princess bad, stop her, save everyone. Das ist leider nicht so einfach. I'm going with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Nope.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Ich liebe ihn.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Ja.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Ja. La 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 la. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh,
She will lie.
yeah.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over
Was habe ich
this.
für ein
I'm pretty
Monster
sure he just likes
erschaffen?
the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
No. Wir lassen sie leben. Weil wir sind gute Menschen.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Das ist schon wieder anders. Vorhin war da so ein Eisentisch. Und eine andere Tür.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ich überlege gerade, was passiert, wenn ich das Messer wieder nicht mitnehme. Approach the mirror. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her. We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Das wissen wir ja nicht. This whole cabin is different from than last time.
Very different.
Und nochmal different von davor.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop.
Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Wir wissen ja nicht mal generell, wie wir aussehen. Ich nehme das Messer wieder nicht mit.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, a soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Nein.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Ja, ja.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with
Diesmal
the
ist sie nicht
princess.
so fest.
There's a
Sie
heavy
hat einen
chain
richtig-
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Ja.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
I can't.
And she called us a hero.
I can't.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yes. I told you. It's you. I was so worried you wouldn't come back. Siehst du?
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Aber das hat sie ja nicht gemacht, bestimmt.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
No. You killed me the last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask. Did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Yes. Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Oh.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Oh no, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. Also, oder sagen wir gar nichts? No, I don't want the world to end. Quick save. Honestly, the world sucks.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
Oh.
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you. Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
Huh?
But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy. By destroying the world?
Yeah.
Apparently, yes.
Okay. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Nee.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Ich möchte nicht. I'm sorry about last time.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Nein.
That's because she's perfect.
Ja.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't.
No.
There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Ja, okay, rescue her.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't.
Oh, we would.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You
You were approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. And we're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jetzt tötest du uns?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yeah.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Ja.
What do we do now?
Get out of here. Leave.
That sounds perfect.
Wir gehen jetzt einfach und können dann immer noch drüber nachdenken, was wir tun wollen.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Oh my God.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Echt so?
I will mope about it.
No.
Moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Of course it does.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Da war ein Fenster.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Oh my God.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
No.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Nee?
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it together if we try.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes,
Und
I
du
suppose
nicht?
you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
And?
and then you step outside.
Aww.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Warum haben wir denn jetzt Federn? Ha? But you don't get the chance to make the jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Of course, you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me, we've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yes.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and breathe for a while? That can hurt, right?
Yes, probably. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. It's not the end.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Ja, genau. Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ich erkenne the blow. Also, Moment. Also, keine Ahnung, vielleicht bin ich einfach schlecht im Gucken. Also ich glaube, wir haben tatsächlich Federn. Haben wir Flügel? Was sind wir? Ein Harpier? Ja, wir haben auch Federn an den Beinen. Yes. Das sind auch Federn? Sind wir eine Harpier? Sind wir? Aber wir sind gewachsen. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Da ist sie wieder. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Ja.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? Wow, das sind viele Fragen. What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can't I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Okay, ich bedanke mich einfach bei ihr. Oder frage ich sie? Ja, warum?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Das ist, ja. Okay. Ja, wie oft muss ich das noch machen?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Jetzt muss das immer so. Everything goes dark and you die. A loving vessel. Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
And
in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And that princess will linger there for a bit longer. Wir werden nämlich jetzt Ja, diesmal ging es ein bisschen schneller, weil wir auch nur 2 Chapter hatten anstatt 3. Ja, ich werde mal sehen, wie es so geht. Und wir sehen uns dann einfach in der nächsten Folge wieder. Bis dann, tschüss.